EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They started on the ground with Ekeler. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. It's Ekeler again. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got it to Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
From the 44, Herbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Up the middle with Ekeler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Oh, really?
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. It'll go as is a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run left with Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. So that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you get 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Marr now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 4th down, Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They got to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is a counter play. Ekeler, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He finds his target, Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Ekeler, the running back. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Herbert back to the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And the tight end goes in motion left. Run for Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Herbert off of play action. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's Herbert. That one caught by Carter. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Flush to his right. And And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 34 yards. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer from 13 yards out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, it's Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
On the counter, here's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The motion, the tight end across the formation. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Snap comes at 1. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Final play of the half, Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter from the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Running right, Jones. They'll get this down to the 38. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 38, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Rodgers. pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The give is to Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line, as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
A give to Jones.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is Jones. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.